Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I think maybe we're due for a random run. I can't remember. It was random or Isaac, but we randomed Isaac, so I guess that probably accomplishes our goal here. AZZQ MJX7, let's get started here. I'm going to apologize right at the cut if you can hear some thumping bass lines and the occasional woo in the background. Our neighbors are inconsiderate douchebags who care about nobody but themselves, and they're throwing a little soiree here, which is understandable. It's Tuesday afternoon. Woo! It's Tuesday afternoon at like 5, so I guess, like, you know, bars and restaurants and clubs, well, clubs are actually literally not open, thereby invalidating the rest of the joke, but bars and restaurants not open. Anyway, you get the idea. Basically, I apologize for sounding so cynical. It's shitty, you know, people should be able to enjoy their lives without me being a judgmental dick, but when, you know, you live in a community and your lifestyle is so loud that it's literally spilling into the apartments beside you, you're advertising it in such a way that I feel like people can judge it on a level. Like, I don't think they're terrible people. Just turn your subwoofer down, you fucking Neanderthals. Anyway, what were you, raised in a barn? First time living in an apartment building? We all gotta live in a community here, y'all. Anyway, you don't want to hear Old Man Northern Lion. This is why I'm recording some Binding of Isaac, so I can drown it out. Just imagine that I'm broadcasting from a child's birthday party if you hear some shit like that in the background. It's not like I'm gonna call the police on and give them a noise complaint or something like that. Have your fun. You're only 35 with a baby. Okay. That was me getting a little catty, I apologize. Let's beat Monster here. We're on a good streak. You know, we've lost a couple of runs. We lost a Lost run recently. We lost an Eden run recently. But in between that, we've had a lot of really, really great momentum. Some runs I feel like I can be very, very proud of. Not going to complain about that at all. What I will complain about is if we don't manage to get a deal with the devil on the next floor. But that is far away in the future. You know what? I love a speed upgrade as much as the next guy. Sign me up for an early speed upgrade, so in case we end up picking up lard or something a little bit later, we can not have to worry about it. First floor boss room is never about, like, getting Brimstone Mom's Knife, anything like that. First floor boss room is all about, you know, if you can improve yourself, great. Otherwise, just try to, like, mitigate it. Like, mitigate any potential negatives you might have to face. Lucky bomb there allowed us to get to 11 cents. And some more bombs here. I could blow up the donation machine again to buy Pandora's box, but I don't. First floor Pandora's box, I think it gives you consumables. There's something about that that's not bad. Wow, that's 15 mushrooms, no drops. That's crazy. I'm gonna buy a spirit heart, but save the rest of our money so we can spawn an arcade on the next floor. Yeah, I don't really want to buy the consumables. I'm content to have this level of money right now and head down to the next floor with the chance of actually getting an arcade, which I did not expect. So if we can get that, that'll be cool. For now, a little bit wary about the fact that we, you know, woo! Probably have like a 30% chance to fight the Haunt or something on that floor. You know what? I'm gonna make the best of it and just pretend that they're cheering for me. Oh, not that time, though, because I took some dumb damage. They'll be like, yeah, 30% chance of fighting the Haunt. What a glorious day to be you, Northern Lion. I'm not in a bad mood. I just had a delicious dinner. I don't know. I resent noise pollution. I used to be a noise polluter. It's like the dorkiest way to talk about it. But now I understand, man. I understand the error of my ways. Whenever you have people complain about noise, you always, like, the first step is to, like, get defensive and resentful. Like, you're just fucking jealous you don't have any friends. You don't listen to music that has bass in it. Or you don't have this $35 subwoofer that I'm cranking up here. You know, that's not really what it's about. That's a response to you being hurt and not wanting to be an asshole, but somebody's coming to you and saying, hey, you're being kind of inconsiderate. Because someone comes to you and says, hey, turn the music down. Just go to turn the music, yeah, just turn the music down a little bit. We'll buy some headphones, keep it on like a phone speaker, turn down your subwoofer. There's a variety of options. You know, I'm not going to judge you think you're a terrible person. I just think it's an inconsiderate thing to do. I'm hyper-conscious about that shit now, probably to, you know, my own detriment. But, you know, everybody's got to share the same space. That was a terrible deal with the devil and a pretty bad room preceding it, to be honest with you, as well. We're not going to be buying blank cards, so I think we can afford to get this in. Now we'll be really hoping for... what am I trying to do there? We'll be really hoping for a tinted rock that gives us small rock. Pretty good consumable gain there. 5 cents for a spirit heart and a key is solid. We'll be doing a little bit more exploration here. In hindsight, probably should have re-rolled the magic 8 ball. At this point, we've doubled down on shot speed, which is kind of a, I don't want to call it a meaningless stat, but it's an attribute that doesn't have a huge direct correlation on our chances for success. I didn't mean to pick up that full heart there. But we can still make the best of this floor. Even though we didn't get anything particularly amazing yet, we still have an item room. We still have a reroll for that item room. We still have a curse room, and we still have the possibility of an arcade. And we can make some really good stuff happen with that arcade, especially if we get more red hearts dropped. But no arcade, all right. That's fine. We can't go to our boss trap room then either, unless we get maybe like 2 bomb drops. Yeah, maybe. Hard to tell. Capricorn, all is forgiven. All right, so let's immediately throw away our spirit heart. Capricorn's so good. We'll feel comfortable coming in here. Hopefully we get it back. Yeah, with a little bit of interest as well. Oh, sweet. Although I would have preferred a guppy item, I cannot tell a lie. That is a pretty good setup for us here, and we'll head down to the next floor feeling relatively confident. And you know what? This might be the rare Isaac deal with the angel run that really does allow you to farm up that angel room, especially if you get something like Sharp Plug. It allows you to farm up that angel room for really good items. I'm not necessarily saying Godhead, but I may be implying Godhead. There's no way for me to possibly know that, but there's only like maybe 15, 20 items in the Deal with the Devil pool, or Deal with the Angel pool, I should say. So, assuming you get 2 pedestals, you know, one from the angel and one from the one from the actual pedestal when you enter the room, one from the key piece that you can then reroll. It's not that many rerolls before you can find yourself seeing a large amount of the pool, if not all of it eventually. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. You know, we need it to not be Deals with the Devil first. And if they are Deals with the Devil, I'm going to take them. Like, I'm not going to just ignore them as a result of some ill-founded fucking, you know, Deal with the Angel ocracy I've got going on here. Sure, we could get something of value by risking walking on the spikes. Seems a little bit foolhardy to me right now. I'm not that excited to take that opportunity, but let's see what got going on in here. Megama. Appeared to be energy resources, but I've never seen anything like this on Earth. We'll find the energy crystals. We'll find Dr. Wowie. Anyway. I don't know why, but Mega Man's... Careful. Mega Man's voice there. I always think of it as like that viral video where it's like the Haiti weather broadcast, and the guy's like, pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Starla. And then she's like, man, I don't need a jacket. Like, that's what Mega Man sounds like in that game to me. Dr. Light is not the only one with the weird voice acting. Not one weird is maybe a bit of a value judgment, but you get the idea. Blood Clot, it's fine. It's a damage up in one eye. That's not as good as a damage upgrade in both eyes, but it's better than a damage upgrade in no eyes, which is my reasoning there. And we got no deal, so we're still kind of hanging out in limbo here, waiting for the game to basically assign us with the sorting hat to Angel or Devil. Not that you really get assigned Angel, although if you get a key piece, I believe, I've been talking about it as if this is true anyway, I believe that counts as precedent. That's the assumption that I've been operating under. That's how Dad did it, that's how America does it, and it's worked out pretty well so far. Just gonna keep ourselves adequately distant here, and 3 red chests is what I like to see, and there's, man, we cannot stay away from Pandora's box. It came out a little bit wrong. We're gonna use it right now. We're on the Caves Part 1. You do, if you use it later, you'll get this, like on Caves 2, you'll get the Spirit Hearts, but we'll also lose the D6. We picked up Growth Hormones. My favorite syringe, yeah, I think that's absolutely fair to say. We got a luck upgrade as well, and we'll take our other pill too. So our damage is starting to get okay. Still not quite at the level where I'd like it to be at the end game, certainly. Oh yeah, I had a feeling something like that could happen. But good, yeah, good. You know what? We don't need to go back for the Magician card. I think we can walk in. I almost did some, you know, beatboxing there by accident. We can walk in and get it for free. We don't have to fight the enemies for it, but I also just don't care. It's not worth it. I usually end up taking the Magician cards and just kind of wasting them anyway. Alright, there's a Tinted Rock here. We can't do much about that. But maybe if you die here, you'll drop a Troll Bomb semi near here. Okay. You know. Oh! It worked, sort of! And there's Small Rock for us. So we've actually Not so much on our boss fight, even though we did get a damage upgrade from our boss fight, but after our boss fight, we've done a really good job of improving ourselves on this floor, and this is like case number one for why if you're having a bad run, you should probably go explore everywhere, I suppose. You know, I'm as guilty as the next guy of not following that advice, but, and by the next guy, I mean myself. I'm as guilty as myself, which is to say a lot of not doing that. You know what, I will try to walk on that. Don't want to buy anything, wanted to give ourselves a chance at an arcade. Sweet, this is good. The damage upgrades there are nice. Holy water is obviously terrible for me, and in almost every situation where you have a choice in the matter. But we were able to reroll it into an item that's a little bit more viable. And dare I say that it's a great item. Don't say it, Northern Lion. I'm gonna say you can't stop me. It's a viable item if we want to do something like Boss Rush for the you know, 100th time. We're probably about a minute and a half ahead of schedule. That's not that good, but it's pretty impressive considering the items we've basically, like the items we've gotten have basically just been kind of scrounged together. So this item room was a loss of an item pedestal and a key for a single, I'll try it, a single black heart, which is a bad trade. Even though I like Satanic Bible, it's a bad trade if we're not going to take it, so we're going to be really hoping that we get at least a reroll to use there. 2 is probably pushing it a little bit, but maybe if we buy one from the shop. But for now, we're going to focus all of our efforts on, you know, getting to that boss room with a reroll available, because we might only get one deal with the devil or deal with the angel either way on this whole run, so we might as well make the fucking most of it, because we're on floor 4, having not taken any red heart damage, and I'm you know, still bereft of those items. Although Satanic Bible is a deal with the devil item, technically, and Holy Water is a deal with the angel item, technically. They also appear in the item room pool, and the library pool for one of them. I think you can probably guess which one that is. Alright, so that's 16 cents, which is shop worthy. Mom's Key, BFF, Hive Mind. It's amazing how those items, I know that there could be an arcade, but I'm just gonna shoot it. It's interesting how those items have kind of come up in my power rankings lately. Look, I'm gonna settle for Ghost Baby. It's not min-maxy, but I'm gonna settle for it because I think we will get a reroll before our deal with the devil, but I don't think we're gonna get another reroll unless you buy one from the shop, which we might. But I kind of like the idea that this would take deal with the Ghost Baby out of the deal with the angel pool. It's a compromise, right? It's not a great compromise necessarily, but you know, it's like we wanted to be a pop star, but instead, you know, our career fell through, so now we're like an accountant. That's not that bad. It's not, maybe not bad at all. Some people would kill for that level of like financial security, a skill that makes them, you know, valuable in the modern world. Maybe you're not, you know, getting your DS by Katy Perry all the time, but you got a wife who loves you and, you know, kids who love or at least rely on you. That's something, goddammit. Not everybody can be a Z-list YouTube pseudo-celebrity yelling at his neighbors passive-aggressively, hoping they can't hear him because he's scared to engage in any conversation. That's not true. You might get the impression from what I said at the start of this episode that I'm a bad neighbor, but I'm actually a great neighbor. I have gone over and knocked on my neighbor's doors before. Occasionally. I usually let it go, but, you know, occasionally to say, hey, man, come on. Like, I imagine myself being cool, but I probably look like Larry David, probably trying to be cool. But I'm like, keep it down. Yeah, just keep it down a little bit. But I'm not calling the cops on him. Because in my head, I'm like, oh my god, what if he's a drug dealer and he plays loud music because he's on drugs, and then the cops come and are like, you know, hey, we came for the noise complaint, but look at all these drugs. You're going away for a long time, bucko. And he goes, oh, shit, my neighbor must have called the cops. Yo, Johnny, go murder his bitch ass. And I'm like, oh, shit. Wouldn't it have just been easier if you turned the music down? We didn't have to get involved in all this killing. All right, so we do have a deal with the angel going on here. We could reroll Breath of Life right now, but instead we're just gonna... I'm gonna reroll the key piece, okay? And it's nice to take the key piece because you could deal with the angel precedent, but I'm not gonna take the key piece because it gives us double the chances to reroll it, and we're not sure. Precedent doesn't mean that we're guaranteed. It's so good. We got Godhead. Precedent doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get deals. You know? It just means that if you get a deal, it will be that thing. So, I think we made the right decision here. There's actually, like... because I have my headphones on, the sound coming from next door is muffled. I'm actually a little worried that they're all being murdered in some kind of ritualistic fashion. But maybe that's, you know, I'm not hip to the popular trends of music in this day and age. Perhaps in this mayonnaise. Perhaps that's just the Jonas Brothers. They're hip, right? Perhaps it's just the Joni Bees. And their new brand of music is like caca, pa 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 caca, as they worship the sun god Tenochtitlan and pray for a bountiful harvest. Anyway, that was a really like long trip for that homing shot to make for no fucking reason, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I don't mind a greed fight this early, you know, give me a Steam sale, yeah, it makes it, that really ups my purchasing power for later. Ahoy! Let's get moving on here, because I'm a sucker like I said, fudged up in the head, not, because he didn't say fudge. We have no arcade again. You know what, I take back where I was like, it's suboptimal to shoot this rainbow poop. Turns out it wasn't suboptimal, it was optimal as hell. It was super optimal, saved me some time. Now we can still do boss rush. By the way, I'll be the first person to tell you that we are lucky as hell that we got Godhead in that reroll. You know, I know it as much as anybody. I've been farming with Kate in our co-op streams on her save file to get Godhead and, you know, get 20 deals and still Godhead doesn't show up somehow. And you're just like, really? But yeah, it showed up for me really quickly. And the body, you know, it is what it is. It's good because, well, first off, it's HP. So HP is good to begin with. Maybe not the best, but it's a valuable stat, especially, you know, the less you have, the more you need it, right? Which is true for a lot of things. Except drugs. Yeah, drugs. Maybe money as well. Those always go together. Seemingly. Walk out here. But also, we don't have deal with the Angel Precedent because of the reroll of the key piece, under my assumption here at least. So, as a result of that, we might get deals with the Angel, and you know, we're gonna want, oh, it totally fucking worked. We're gonna want HP to trade, to those deals with the Devil, so that we can get some good stuff. I mean, we still have rerolls, we're still a man who has fucking needs here. And if they wanna, you know, trade flesh for power, then, you know, I have the, I've got the currency that they seem to trade in. So that's one peep down. And then peep number 2 is going to be soon to follow here. Soon to follow, starring Steven Seagal and Drake. Nah, Drake's still too famous. Starring Steven Seagal and... well, Ludacris is doing the fast movies, the furious movies. There's a variety of them. Some of them are fast, some of them are furious, some of them are both. They are all either furious and or fast. I know that much for sure. Woo! Happy birthday, Sabrina! It's only your 33rd birthday. Oh my god. That's amazing. Guys, shut up. I think they're in the hallway right now. They might be hearing. No, they're too drunk to hear. I've been there. Anyway, that's why I don't get that riled up over the noisy complaints and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I was there. I was the dude in college. It's like, if they want, how can they call it a noise complaint if they live on this street? This is a party street. Oh, fuck you, old Northern Lion. You're acting like an asshole, selfish piece of shit right now. Don't be that guy. And don't take this as like, well, Northern Lion said he was like that when he was in college, so it's okay. Nah, man, be the better person, you know? Turn your music down. You don't need music to party, man. You mostly just need alcohol, board games. You don't need loudness. You're gonna be loud enough as is. You ever get into like that party equilibrium, like unstable equilibrium, where like, you know, you need to talk because you're partying and you got the most important things to say ever after 6 Bacardi Breezers, and then, you know, people like turn up the music because they're like, I can't hear the music because these jerkful fuckers are talking, and then you gotta talk louder to overcome the music, and then it's just like at some point, it's an oral fucking battle, both AU and OR. I don't know. Or just buy a house. I'm not saying that that is a fiscal option for everybody, of course. I'm just, you know, consider it, at least. No one's gonna give you, well, yeah, people will still give you a noise complaint, but you can party in one room and it won't cause an issue. Except with other people in your house. Like if you're like 15, you party in your room, your dad might be pissed. If I were a dad, I'd be pissed. Yeah, you know, we can afford to do this, so I'm going to. We're gonna get a spirit heart out of it. And then I'm probably, yeah, promptly gonna lose it. But we didn't lose that much, and we get to re-roll them all. And then we'll go pick up all the other ones. We should get Book of Sin early here. We have this Sun card, so we can do something there. Don't we? Yeah, we do lose the ability, though. I forgot about that. As soon as you get rid of the thing, you lose the ability. Alright, let's play this Judgment. This might be the first time in a while we don't go to Boss Rush. You know, I'm not committed. I'm not that committed to the design here, or the streak. We're gonna miss Boss Rush, it happens. Godhead's just not good enough, I guess. I'm joking. Was that a joke, Bobby? Yes. Yes, it was. Too bad I spent that battery on the shop. It would have been awesome to get another reroll. We've got almost all the books out of the rotation, and it's been a long time, man. I'm just gonna pop it. We could have used it on an extra room, but it's been a long time since I've gotten a library all the way tapped out. It happened a lot around the time of release and the end of my time with vanilla, but libraries seem a little rarer now. For a while, they were showing up all the fucking time, but now it's a little bit more of a rarity. This is not necessarily a one run, and the only reason I say that is because I'm still completely in the dark about what's going on with our deal with the devil situation. Like, if I could rely on another 2 or 3 deals with the devil, I'd feel very confident probably about our success. Or Angel, for that matter, because we have the reroll, but without those, I have no fucking idea, to be honest with you. I'm hoping that we're going to be fine, but I'm a little skeptical. Pardon me. Just had a little bit of mouth flatus there. That didn't make it any better. You know what? Yeah, fuck you. Do damage to me. See if I care. We still got our devil card as well. If we use that on the boss, I think we get a deal with the devil. I was under the assumption it works the same as the... oh, this is perfect. I was under the assumption it works the same as the Book of Belial, temporarily at least. We do have to be concerned here about how this goes. Explosive diarrhea is not really what I'm looking for. This doesn't count as red heart damage to the best of my knowledge. That was an accident. And we got extra HP there. I don't think it hurt anything except maybe our shot speed. I don't really want to blow up our blood banks because they could give us a good opportunity to play them, honestly. Sweet, blue map, man. No problem there. I don't really want to use explosive diarrhea right now. Even though we don't have bombs, I don't want to use it in the arcade to blow up the Keybagger because... Ah! We did it. I worry that I wouldn't be able to use it. I would worry that I'd blow up the blood banks. Not the be-all end-all, but it would be better not to if we could avoid it. If we could get to that, I'd like to. Alright, pick up a key. The one thing that does annoy me about noise complaints is that, yo, I'm 26, and I didn't, like, just, you know, spring out of the womb as 26. I have my fun times in college and very slightly beyond college. But when I have to, like, go knock on my neighbor's door and then, like, a 50-year-old dude opens it up, I'm like, ah, do you really, don't you feel weird about this, man? It's like your son coming to you and being like, yo, Dad, can you shut the fuck up? I'm like, man, it shouldn't have to be me. You should be coming over to talk to me. You understand why this is a... But I'm sure that whenever I knock on their door at 4 in the morning and I'm like, yo, I've been hearing your music for like 10 hours. Can you turn it off, please? They're like, fucking Killjoy next door. I'm like, yo, that's Canada, man. I guess that's Canada. You give a noise complaint, the other person's being very, you know... What's the word I'm trying to... Impolite is a good word for it. But the other person's being... discourteous is perfect. And then I leave going like, I can party, man. Like, yo, don't think that just because I'm, yeah, that's so good. Don't think that just because I'm giving this noise complaint, like I don't know how to rage. I can fucking give her with the best of them. But that's not the point. The point is like, it shouldn't be an issue in the first place. Yo, don't push your lifestyle on other people. If someone came up to you on the street and was like, hey, you know, this happens all the time. People are like, oh, freaking, you know, religious missionaries knocking, I'm not insulting any religious missionaries that are watching this, by the way, but they're like, oh, they knocked on my door at like 8 a.m. Isn't that so, like, they're being a big old asshole about it? They're getting into my personal space? So yeah, man, that's kind of rude, admittedly. I think so, at least. Same for like a traveling salesman or something like that, but I don't know if those exist because we don't live in the 1800s anymore. But that's exactly the same thing as like playing loud music, man. It's like, I want to listen to music. I don't give a shit about anybody. I've got to hear my jam right now, and so does everybody. You don't understand. The effectiveness of the jam is just not as effective if it's not cranked up so loud that they can hear it one floor above and below us. I don't know. I'm sure it's probably just a lapse in reasoning, maybe. I don't know. I waffle back and forth between giving people too much credit and then assuming that they're just fucking terrible. Like war criminals. We're gonna go fight the boss, so fuck Bob's Rotten Head. We don't need it. Wheel of Fortune will blow it up. No, we won't, because we don't have any bombs. Okay. Well, we are back to full HP. Seems to make sense to at least give this a shot. Thank you very much, Old Bandage, for your help, and thank you very much, Guppy's Paw, for your help. And that's pretty much what I was expecting to have happen there. And then we'll do exactly the same thing over here. Might as well get the money. Not too worried about our HP, although the more Spirit Hearts we push out, the more worried I guess I'll get. I'm gonna go down 2 more, so that's 1. That's 2. And then I'm just gonna bank this one, take it with me. Like, I think we'll be happy about that. That's fine. Let's continue onwards here. We're not too far behind Boss Rush, it's just, you know, it would have been nice to be a little bit further, but no big deal. Mom fights. With an orbital. Not the best orbital for this, but, you know, arguably one of the best orbitals in the game for sure. So I'm thinking we just try to position ourselves so we're constantly shooting in this direction, so that as soon as something pops up, which is exactly what just happened there, we'll do damage to it. Yeah, took the Polaroid. Down to the next floor. And let's see what's going on. Curse of the Unknown. You know, with the blue map, we can sort of see what's going on. We are, you know, we have Godhead. Let's be honest. I'm not going to be using Blue Baby's Only Friend to deal most of our damage. I like the item. If there's convenient situations where I can make use of both, by all means, make use of both. Or if it's safer for me, like in this situation, it's kind of safer for me to just put Blue Baby's Only Friend over there. It counts as a Lord of the Flies transformation item as well, so I think it puts us a little closer to being able to fly, which is pretty wild. But most of our damage is going to be tier-based damage right now, as you might expect. And you know, if you're only going to get a couple of deals with the devil, collected pretty well on them. We got 2 Guppy items that didn't even come from deals with the devil. Godhead and the body. Like, not every one of those is my favorite, but together, that's a pretty collectively great haul. Oh man, I really hope that was a library. That is a crawl space, weirdly enough. And 99 bombs, you know? We have 0 bombs. I doubt we're going to use them that effectively, but shit, man. 99 bombs. That's pretty good for 1 bomb. That wasn't even a bomb. That was just an AWAS rune. Devil, Moon, Emperor, Sun. Probably Sun. We have so much HP. It has to be the Sun card. Just in case things go terribly, terribly wrong. And we got plenty of bombs to spend on it now. And we'll take that if we can. Which apparently we can. Not an XL floor. Curse of the Unknown. Right. We have no HP that we can see. That's our curse. All things considered, could be a lot worse. We could be cursed to, like, you know, eternally, I don't know, have like a little bit of a sort of funny walk. So, you know, people aren't like, well, I feel bad for that guy. They're just kind of like, he walks a little funny. I got a funny walk. I get that all the time. So I can speak about it because it's a, I don't know. I don't want to call it a shortcoming. It's a foible that I've had a lot of, not trouble, but you know, it's part of my life. Occasionally, people will be like, "Why do you walk like that?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Tell me a memory from when you learned to walk." I just lucked out, got a little bit of a noticeable gait, if you will. Let me go back and ask my 1-year-old self why they chose to develop the muscles in the way that they did. Hermit card. That doesn't really do that much for us either. Death card. Not death card, death fight. I'm not, like, stoked to have an orbital, but I'm assuming we're gonna get a deal with the devil, so I won't have a chance to change. Deal with the angel. Dude, please give me a pedestal in here. I hate you. Every time. I fucking hate you so much. You asshole. Okay, Ghost Baby, you're being a real dick right there. Luckily, we got 98 bombs, but you're on thin ice, my friend. Alright. Well, now, like, Revenge Fly is gonna be going to fucking town. Well, Revengefly blocked all those shots or something? That's crazy town. Dead Sea Scrolls. Oh, thank fucking God I got Dead Sea Scrolls, guys. Nobody panic. I got Dead Sea Scrolls. I can kamikaze myself by accident if you're interested. Dead Sea Scrolls is here. Get your dead fucking Sea Scrolls. Fucking A, right? Jeez, boys, having a real gonk show over there right now. It's fucking Tuesday, yo. Not less yo in Canadian, I guess. It exists, though. I'm glad we got the Sun card still. I guess most of the reason my HP is kind of low right now is because of that arcade that we played ages ago. So I'm glad I didn't, like, go super low on that. That could have caused some problems for me. Just head straight down again. I don't think there's any reason not to go to the curse room in this setup. No valid reason, at least. And 4 Spirit Hearts. 6 Spirit Hearts on one room. And the irony is I can't take any of them. But that's funny. You normally would not expect that. I got a smile on my face. Pardon me? Are you telling me I was off by enough? Yo, this room's got some optical illusion shit going on. We don't really have any interest in that. 2 lives. What do we have 2 lives for? Oh, we got Lazarus's Rags and Guppy's Collar. That's right. I don't know if that's enough to call it a 1 run, even with the damage we're doing, which is solid, but whatever. I don't need it. Gave myself a space for a Spirit Heart. And yeah, this is definitely one of those runs. You know, sometimes you get all the luck with deals. This is a run where we had a very small concentration of amazing luck and then shit luck afterwards, but apparently that's all it takes, man, because we are sitting pretty here with Godhead and that 1 floor chock full of damage upgrades that we were lucky enough to get outside of the boss room. Like, that shit does not happen that often. That's a really high concentration of good stuff. I can't remember if we've been to our secret room. We have 95 bombs. That wouldn't have found it. We have 95 bombs, so we should go to it. Even if we waste a couple of bombs, or maybe like 30 in the process, it would not make an appreciable difference. Yeah, we should. That's laziness talking right there. Let's crack it open. Not laziness. Not laziness. Efficiency. That's efficiency. By the way, in an earlier episode, I improperly attributed to Henry Ford a quote that was apparently Adolf Hitler's about if you want a task done right, give it to an officer who is talented but lazy. He'll find the best way to do it. But then people told me that it's not Adolf Hitler, it's like some other like American military personnel, and I was like, you know what? It's probably not Hitler. Because that's just how it works with quotes. Like every quote was either said by Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, Mark Twain, or Adolf Hitler. That's just the way it works. Or Albert Einstein. You know, gotta eat the booty like groceries. Mark Twain, 1811 to 1891. So whenever I hear that a quote is from one of those people, or like Benjamin Franklin, although he said some shit, man. He's the Joe Biden of his day. Whenever I hear that a quote is from one of those people, I'm like, okay, it might, maybe, but probably not. Let's be honest here. I'm a little scared with where I'm standing, but if we take damage here, it really doesn't matter. This is one that, you know, our damage is good. This is like an old school vanilla run. Get hearts as high as you can possibly go, and then as much damage as you possibly can. I mean, that's a rudimentary assessment of Isaac in general, like standard strategy. But this is a vanilla run with rebirth items. Every run, or many runs at least, in vanilla ended with like 12 HP or higher, because you could go higher back then. And you know, Mom's Knife Brimstone 50% of the time, fully. They were the guppy of their day. Usually you don't see that in Rebirth. Lots of runs that end in, like, full Spirit Hearts. That did happen in Vanilla, too. But, mostly, or many runs look like this. I don't want to misrepresent it and say all. What is blocking all these shots, man? Oh, Godhead? Does Godhead function as shielded? No, it definitely does not, based on what we just saw. Woo! Did you not hear me woo last time? It's been 45 seconds since I wooed. Gotta let you know that I'm having a good time. I really enjoy your company, but only when you are also surrounded by ethanol beverages above 5% ABV. What a cool winkadink. Alright. That's the song about when you have social anxiety, but also love beer. Woo! Sing another one, Northern Lion. No, I'm not gonna sing another one, okay? I gotta catch an early flight tomorrow, like, for real. So, maybe that's why I'm so perturbed by the noise. We were already here. Ah, but I was coming here so I could go pick up the, curse room. Oh! Oh, mercy me. Don't mind if I do. Sacrificial dagger, huh? I think we gotta take it because we don't really have any expectations of getting back into that room. If I did, I wouldn't, because I'd prefer to re-roll it for a crack at becoming Guppy, but the odds of us getting back into that room are quite low, so no thank you. But Rotten Baby is fine, man. Rotten Baby's okay. Extra flies that are going to do twice as much damage as our already overpowered tiers. Sign me up. Pretty cheap as well. And Sacrificial Dagger, I'm never going to insult Sacrificial Dagger. Sacrificial Dagger's my boy. That plus Unicorn Stump last run. Gotta eat the booty like groceries. I believe that was Adolf Hitler that said that. I don't know why that's somehow funnier than Mark Twain. Like the human brain is like, Adolf Hitler isn't famous for eating the booty like groceries, Northern Lion. Come on. Mark Twain, I could see he was a dirty dog. I think it was actually Alexander the Great. Chelsea Handler the Great. Alright. Oh no, I took some damage. Watch me be scared about it, except I'm not, because fuck Isaac to death. That's gonna hurt. Yeet. Oh, we made it! Alright. We'll never make it. We made it. Don't try this at home, by the way. This is a very easy way to get yourself hurt, but on this run, we got no consequences to our actions. It's like we're a 16-year-old kid and our dad is God. That was not meant as a veiled Jesus joke. Or a transparent Jesus joke, for that matter. Tech 2 doesn't work well with fly spawning. We're not spawning flies anyway. We don't want Tech 2. I don't really want any of these. Like, Scapular's fine, but I don't expect to need it. We're Lord of the Flies now. What gave us Lord of the Flies? I'm very confused. They're very excited about it. I mean, they must have just got... They're watching on Twitch right now. That's the Twitch lag. You guys probably can't even hear this. It just sounds like, you know, old man yells at cloud. Don't worry about it. I hope it provided some interesting... Not interesting. Funny commentary. There's nothing interesting about man impotently rages at his neighbors. The only thing I resent about the noise thing is when you go over there, people are like, you know, because I've been there, they're like, oh, that person hates fun. Nah, dog. They just, like, need to sleep. Or more accurately, they need to wake up. That's the stressful part. Yo, dude, why don't you just not go to work and party with us instead? I don't know. You know, you do raise an interesting point, now that I think about it. I hadn't really considered it that way. I was under the impression that you need to work to pay bills and stuff like that, but your new philosophy of fuck it has also resonated with me nicely. I'll have to give this some, I'll have to pay this some extra mind, I suppose. There's people out there that have never had like a noise complaint of any kind against them. Yo, you guys are the perfect neighbors. Live that, take respect in that, man. That's the problem with our society. People glorify, you know, loud noises. We should give like a world's best neighbor award. And it doesn't even have to be like, hey, baked cookies for me. How about the neighbor who's just like, you know, they're moving out. They're like, hey, I'm moving out. It was cool living next to you. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know you were there. Ever. That's the best neighbor in the world as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.